Ladies and gentlemen, I was delighted to hear that the Commonwealth Jewish Council had convened this important discussion of faith in the Commonwealth, and that they had so marvellously convened such an illustrious panel. The speakers today, drawn from different faith communities and different parts of the Commonwealth, are perfectly placed to offer the diverse perspectives and rich insight that this vital topic so greatly deserves. For my part, I can only say how important it is to me that we should celebrate the remarkable religious diversity of the Commonwealth and the essential role that faith communities play within the social fabric of so many Commonwealth countries. I have seen this time and again on my travels around the Commonwealth and have been fortunate enough to visit so many of these communities in their places of worship. Whether in a Gurdwara in India, a synagogue in Barbados, a Hindu temple in Malaysia, a mosque in Britain, a church in Ghana, or any of the other places of worship I have visited in the last few years alone, I have seen how these places are so much more than just buildings. Each sits at the heart of the community it serves, strengthening the bonds that connect people to one another. Faith communities do such wonderful work to help those in need, and their members volunteer to care for the sick, give charity to the poor, and help the most vulnerable around them. So often, they are the main providers of vital welfare, of health and educational services to all sorts of people. They do this in service to God and to their community, but also out of fundamental human compassion and decency. I have also often been deeply struck by the way that faith communities in the Commonwealth come together in times of need, setting differences aside and focusing on their common bond of humanity. This has been so wonderfully evident during the current COVID-19 pandemic. Religious communities throughout the Commonwealth, even as they have had to close their places of worship and disrupt their treasured traditions and practices, have come together to support one another. I know that people from all communities have so tragically lost loved ones from this terrible virus and have come together to provide care, support, and kindness to one another in such desperately difficult circumstances. In this regard, I have been so encouraged by initiatives such as that of the Interreligious Council of Kenya, which has brought together different Christian denominations, Hindus, Muslims, and others, to provide support for the most vulnerable people in Kenyan society, irrespective of their faith. Similarly, I have heard about the way that in India, countless volunteers from temples, mosques, and gurdwaras have worked tirelessly to feed and support those in most need, whatever faith community they may belong to. At the same time, I have been greatly heartened that faith leaders across the Commonwealth are jointly voicing their support for a post-COVID recovery that not only rebuilds our economy, but does so in a way that is fairer to everyone in all our societies, as well as being more sustainable for this planet that we share. These connections between different faith communities are vital if we are to support each other, but also if we are to understand each other. All of us, from whichever part of the Commonwealth we come, can benefit from seeing things from each other's perspectives and from taking time to understand each other's traditions and beliefs. In this way, we can treasure and harness the rich diversity of our Commonwealth family and ensure it makes all of us stronger. Ladies and gentlemen, I have every confidence that today's discussion will make an important contribution in this regard. I can only congratulate the Commonwealth Jewish Council for bringing our faith communities together in this way. And I send all of you every blessing as you work together to strengthen the ties between us.